Back on ESPN, we get set for this game tonight against the Ponca Indians and the Vermillion Teenagers. A big matchup tonight for both teams. As we've mentioned here on our pregame show, both teams coming in undefeated on the season and looking to continue both streaks tonight. Of course, for Vermillion Teenagers, it is so big when it comes to this region and what they are going to have to go through. And as we just got done hearing a little bit ago from head coach John Brooks, it really has to come together early in this season for the Vermillion girls if they want to continue to have success throughout the rest of the season and build towards that ultimate goal. We go back to the first ever conversation this season with John Brooks, and that goal was ultimate. We want to make it back to state. Then after that, let the chips fall where they may. So it's a big undertaking, and tonight is going to be that big preview to see what is going to happen for the Vermillion Teenagers. As we also mentioned here in our pregame show, a year ago, this team made it all the way to the C2 state championship, losing by just 4 points, losing a couple of seniors on their team, but otherwise this is an extremely young starting five for the Ponca Indians. In fact, they'd used just one senior that has finally come back after she missed the first couple of games, otherwise one junior and three different sophomores. And again, these sophomores that they are playing with have all seen action last year and also so far this year. So a very seasoned, a very young team from the Ponca Indians, and you hope maybe that youth can be that big aspect tonight for the Vermillion Teenagers when it comes to senior leadership. Three different seniors on this Vermillion Teenagers team, and look to continue just to build on that and use it throughout this season. I'm Heath Nimke along with Suki Ford, who will be running our video stream tonight. As well, we'll keep you up to date on what is going on in Vermillion. The Vermillion boys are also in action this evening, taking on Irene Wakanda in Class B action. They are happening right now if you have any interest in trying to tune into that game as well. No audio, but you can watch the video simply by going to Vermillion Streaming, the same YouTube page, Vermillion Streaming. There you can see that game, as I believe right now they are in their pregame as well, getting ready for that big matchup. The boys continue to look for success, and we talked last week with head coach Jay Drake, kind of saying this is preseason right now for the Vermillion boys, playing those first couple of Class B teams before they get into Class A competition, and they open up DAC 12 play as well coming up on Tuesday, whereas Vermillion already opened up against Canton, and we'll continue that. As we mentioned, next game comes up after this one for both teams tonight. We are on the road in Tri-Valley. Look forward to some exciting action there, and the very talented Tri-Valley girls team and boys team this year, so definitely some great competition down the road to continue on or either open up in DAC 12 action. We get you even closer to tip-off here on the Debbie Profrock pregame show as both teams continue their final warm-ups, now heading to their respective benches. We do want to give one other side note. It probably won't play too big of a factor tonight, but it is something to realize. In the state of Nebraska, they do not use a shot clock, so that is going to be a little bit different. You can hold for as long as a possession as you may want to. We've seen a lot of states that either do that or they don't do that. Of course, in the state of South Dakota, they use the 35-second shot clock. The state of Iowa, they don't. And again, here in the state of Nebraska, they don't as well. But you talk to so many coaches, that usually isn't an issue, especially with this Vermillion girls. They have an offense that they want to run. They have something that they are used to, and they're going to just continue that rhythm, whether they see a shot clock or not. They know what they want to get done. Beautiful facility here in the state of Nebraska. Down here at the Ponca High School, everybody is masked up once again. That is part of the requirements to getting into the high school, is making sure you have your mask on. So it's going to be a very exciting contest. Should be a lot of fun tonight between the Vermillion Teenagers and the Ponca Indians. Again, both teams are undefeated on this season and looking to continue that success in here tonight, and hopefully Vermillion can find some success with, as we mentioned, some seniors and also that leadership off the bench. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both the Ponca Indians and the Vermillion Tanagers. First up for the Ponca Indians, as we mentioned it's a young team but experienced. Tonight it'll be number 10, Addie McGill. She's the junior guard. After her, it'll be the only senior, Alyssa Cosgrove. As we mentioned, this will be just her third game this season, the senior 5'7" point guard as well for the Ponca High School. After that, it'll be Ashley Kingsbury, number 34, who had herself a very big game a year ago, looking to continue to do that, the 6-foot sophomore forward. After that, it'll be number 40, Grayson Evans, the 5'10" sophomore forward. And then finally, number 40, Sam Ehlers, the 6-foot sophomore center. So very lengthy are the Ponca High School Indian girls, and looking to, like I said, really take advantage of that on the rebounding battle tonight. For the Vermillion Tanagers, they have their original starting five as always. It'll be number 5, Shandy Ludwig, the 5'3" senior guard. Number 11, Lily Johnson, the 5'6" senior guard. Number 12, Kenzie Mulheron, the 5'8" junior forward. Number 15, Leah Herbster, the 6-foot sophomore center. And number 20, Alexia Plitzwhite, the 5'9" junior guard. We step aside for the national anthem. When we come back, opening tip is moments away. Here we go for action tonight between the Ponca Indians and the Vermillion Tanagers, as the Vermillion Tanagers will be in their all-red uniforms moving from left to right, and the Ponca Indians in their all-white uniforms moving from right to left. In the center circle, Leah Herbster along with Ashley Kingsbury. It's won by the Tanagers, and we are underway here in the state of Nebraska as both teams undefeated and looking to continue that streak going after this game. It's Leah Herbster who has it, driving into the low block, puts up her shot off the glass. That one's missed. Gets back her own rebound, and then a jump ball underneath the hoop as it's tied up between a couple of Ponca Indians and Leah Herbster. Possession arrow points the way of the Indians, and they'll take over for their first possession on offense. They'll bring it into the front court with Ashley Cosgrove, again the only starting senior right now on this team, and there's going to be a quick foul that will go against Lexi Plitzwhite as she tried to take it away from Cosgrove towards the mid-stripe there. So again, foul number 1 on Lexi Plitzwhite, and the first team foul as well. Bounce pass back to Cosgrove, and we're back into action here in Ponca. Along the far wing, it's controlled with Kingsbury. Kingsbury trying to drive in, finds no space, has to kick it back to the top. Cosgrove right open, top three. This one back iron, off the mark, but rebounded offensively. Back up is Gracie Evans, and she puts up the first 2 points of the basketball game. The Ponca Indians lead it 2-0, 7:09 first quarter. Vermillion has in the backcourt, trying to deal with a full court press is Lexi Plitzwhite. Blows by one, continues to Plitzwhite, now dishes it to Mulherrin. Mulherrin drives to the free throw line, kicks back out, and they work it around the perimeter. Over to Leah Herbster on the near corner. She drives underneath the hoop, now bounce pass to Mulherrin. Mulherrin drives in, but has her shot partially blocked. Loose basketball, picked up by the Ponca Indians. Quickly, defense to offense, off the glass, and good for two is Addie McGill, as she puts up her first 2 points of the basketball game, makes it 4-0 Indians over the Teenagers. Plitzwhite end to end, now underneath the hoop, she's double teamed, has to work her way out of it. Still Plitzwhite at the low block, puts up a shot, and it's going to be partially deflected, falls in the hands of Leah Herbster. She goes right back up, and contact is made, and she'll head to the free throw line. Ponca Indians pick up their first team foul, and the first one as well that comes against Sam Ehlers. First free throw is going to be off the mark for Leah Herbster. Herbster coming into this basketball game 7 of 14 from the free throw line in 2 games. Take a chance at a second one here. Dribbles it once, dribbles it twice, now puts it up and nothing but nylon on the second one, making it 4-1 in the first points for the Vermillion Teenagers. The Indians will bring it into the front court with Cosgrove. Still Cosgrove with the right-handed dribble, now kicks it over to Kingsbury. Kingsbury along the far wing, back to the top with Cosgrove. She's looking to get by Plitzwhite, drives the lane, finds some space, but leaves it too heavy off the glass, and then a rebounding foul that will come against the Ponca Indians. That will be their second team foul. And the foul, by the way, will be against Grayson Evans, which is her first personal. 4-1, Indians with a 3-point lead, 6:07 first quarter. Plitzwhite drives in the front court at the free throw line, kicks back out to a wide open Brooke Jensen, who checked in last break, rattles in and out, and it's going to be rebounded defensively by the Ponca Indians. Quickly the Indians up into the front court using their speed. Quick jumper, this one off the mark, and rebounded by the short 5'3" Shandy Ludwig. Up to Plitzwhite across the timeline. The Tangers work it. Plitzwhite, the quick trigger 3, front iron off the mark, and goes into the hands of Addie McGill. Here come the Indians quickly their way now. It's Cosgrove all the way to the elbow. Her quick jumper. This one's knocked down. Alyssa Cosgrove has her first 2 points. It's a 5-point lead for the Ponca Indians. 6-1, 5:30 first quarter. Brooke Jensen with the right-handed dribble, carrying it across the 10-second line. Now kick it over to Lily Johnson, who touches it for the first time tonight. Lily Johnson to the top of the key with Shandy Ludwig, who touches it for the first time on offensively. Ludwig finds a little bit of space, puts up her jumper. That one's off the mark. Jensen the rebound. She goes right back up with it, misses. Leah Herbster right back up with it. She is going to be fouled, and they count the bucket. Leah Herbster with all 3 points and has a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. 6-3, 5:13 first quarter. Now Herbster dribbles it once, puts it down twice, and up in the air, and down the socket goes. So Leah Herbster now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And a total of 4 points, all 4 for her in the basketball game. 6-4, 5:13 first quarter. It's a 2-point lead for the Ponca Indians. And the front court, the Indians will work it. Now up to the near wing, or excuse me, the far wing with Kingsbury. Now down to the low block turnaround jumper. This one rattles in and through as Alyssa Cosgrove had to go up through the trees and just got to rattle home. She has 4 points in the basketball game. Back to a 4-point lead for the Indians. Lily Johnson, far corner, 3-pointer. This one off the mark. Rebounded, though, by the Tangers and Jensen to Plitzwhite. Plitzwhite spins around one defender, goes up hard off the glass. A foul is called. The foul will come against number 52. That is Tylin Lawyer, her first foul of the basketball game. And now the 4th team foul. Vermillion Tangers have gotten the Canton Seahawks to get 26 fouls, as well as the Cavaliers. To complete the 3-point play, it's up and good for Lexi Plitzwhite, as she has her first 3 points, and now back to a 1-point lead for the Ponca Indians, 8-7, 4:35 first quarter. Now trying to get an entry pass, knocked away by the Tangers, but loose basketball picked up by the Ponca Indians, and now Kingsbury is just going to drive herself, and Vermillion wraps their hands around her to make sure she doesn't get anywhere. The foul will be tagged against Lily Johnson. That's her first and the second team foul. Now a quick substitution, as Casey Hansen will come on, and Lily Johnson will check out the basketball game after picking up the foul. Indians back into action, dishing it deep to McGill. McGill works over Cosgrove on the wing three. This one off the mark, and trying to save it is Cosgrove. She can't along the baseline as she steps out as she's touching the ball, and it will be a turnover for the Ponca Indians. 8-7, 4:23 first quarter. Vermillion has an opportunity to take their first lead of the basketball game as Plitzowite brings it into the front court. Now kicks over to a wide open Shandy Ludwig. A high arcing three and gets it to fall. Shandy Ludwig with a big three-pointer, and the Tanagers have their first lead of the basketball game. 10-8, 4:05 first quarter. Here come the Ponca Indians, slowing it up now a little bit with Alyssa Cosgrove. Kicks it to the near side with Addie McGill, who puts down the right-handed dribble, carries it to the top of the key. Now over to Kingsbury, back to McGill. Again, no shot clock here in the state of Nebraska, so the Ponca Indians can take their time. Now dish around to McGill. McGill tries to find her way into the lane, but nothing working there, and they have to work it back to the top as McGill and Cosgrove are just playing back and forth. Now underneath, put up a turnaround jumper. This one falls for Grayson Evans. Great job on the defense there by Leah Herbster, but an even better shot by Evans, and we're tied 10-10. Quickly out of the way, three-pointer, this one off the mark for Hansen, rebounded by the Indians, and now they quickly want to go forward. Kingsbury dishes it up to Evans. Evans at the low block, turnaround jumper, gets it to fall, and she's fouled. She'll head to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. The foul will come against Brooke Jensen. What is her first personal foul and the third team foul, as a couple of Indians will check in and out, as Ellie McAfee along with Casey Day will both check on. Coming out include Addie McGill and Alyssa Cosgrove. Evans trying to complete the three-point play, put it back up to a three-point lead for the Indians. The free throw is going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Vermillion, trailing by 2. Hansen into the front court with a left-handed dribble. Still Hansen. Now gets it over to Cleveland, who checked in at the second to last break. Now back to Hansen along the baseline. She puts up a jumper, gets it to fall, and it's the first bench points for either team, and we're tied once again, 12-12, 2:50 first quarter. Do you not expect a close game? That's what we've gotten so far, and a quick-moving one as well. Ellie McAfee has it, dishes it over to her teammate who came off the bench with her, Casey Day. Back to McAfee. Trying to find her way in, goes to the elbow, now has to kick back to the top as there's nothing doing. Now down to the low block jumper. This one's off the mark for Tylen Lawyer and rebounded by the Vermillion Tanagers. Tanagers playing with just 2 starters out there right now, Ludwig and Mulhern, and otherwise it's 3 bench players. Jensen, free throw line jumper, off the mark, rebounded by Lawyer. Lawyer coming in at the 6'3" mark. She's going to get herself a lot of rebounds off the bench. Up to the top, it's Casey Day. Day trying to find some space, guard her closely with Shandy Ludwig, as Ludwig is all over. Finally kicks it to the near wing with McAfee. Back over to Casey. Casey now down to her teammate, Grayson Evans, and Evans goes up strong and is going to get fouled as she goes up. The foul will come against the much shorter Shandy Ludwig as she picks up her first personal and the 4th team foul. And Evans will head to the free throw line, trying to take back the lead for the Ponca Indians. First free throw, it might have hit iron. I'm not for sure, but it barely did that, so that counts as a miss. Gracie Evans is now 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Second free throw, as Regneris will now check into the ball game, as well as Plitzwhite back in action. Second free throw is knocked down for Evans, as she now has 5 points in the basketball game. 13-12, 1:53 first quarter. Plitzwhite over to Regneris. Regneris the quick three off the side iron, trying to get back her own rebound. She can't. Loose basketball picked up by the Indians. Quickly comes with Alyssa Cosgrove, who checked in at the last break. Cosgrove over to McAfee. McAfee tried to get the bounce pass down low, and contact made by Jensen as she was trying to swat it away, making sure Evans couldn't pick it up. Instead, commits the foul. Unfortunate for Jensen, haven't seen any points for her in the ball game yet, and now has picked up her second personal and the 5th team foul. She'll come out, and Leah Herbster back into the game. Leah coming in with right now 3 points for the Tanagers, or excuse me, 4 points. Back into action, Ponca has it, driving up with the shot. This one off the mark for McAfee, rebounded by the Tanagers. Quickly up to Regneris. Regneris pumps the brakes, gets it back to Plitzwhite. Now Plitzwhite driving, and she's going to be tripped up from behind, falls awkwardly on the left arm, but she bounces up just fine. Also kind of shaking off her thigh there a little bit. Might have taken a little bit of a bruise. Foul, by the way, came against Casey Day, which is her first personal in the 5th team foul. Plitzowite has it, now dishes it over to a wide-open Hansen. Hansen decides not to shoot the three, drives in, then puts up her shot. This one off the left side and out. Quickly rebounded by Indians, and Indians quick transition up to Evans. Evan off the glass, too strong, but she is fouled once again, and back to the free throw line she'll go. 13-12 as the foul came against Leah Herbster, her first personal in the 16th foul. So next one will give bonus to the Indians. First free throw this time for Evans is knocked down. Put her at 6 points in the basketball game. She comes in averaging 11. She's already halfway there. Second free throw, knocks down them both. Puts up to a 3-point lead, 15-12. 3-point lead for the Ponca Indians. As they'll be tossed into Hansen. Hansen gets it right back to Plitzowite. The general will bring it up into the front court. The senior as well. Now to Hansen. The quick three from Hansen. Rattles it in. Casey Hansen off the bench. 5 points for her in the ball game. And we're tied once again. 15-15. 50 seconds first quarter. Controlled up in the front court. Now with McAfee. Back to the top with the senior Cosgrove. Working around the perimeter to Day. Day puts down the right-handed dribble to the top of the key. And again, Indians just kind of making sure something happens. Now over to Lawyer. And Regneris comes reaching in and was going to draw the foul. Probably didn't need to, but trying to just play that supporting role there on defense. And it will send Lawyer to the free throw line, as that's now foul number 7. So bonus the entire second quarter for the Ponca Indians, as Lawyer's first free throw is up and good. Second free throw knocks him down both. And it's back to a 2-point lead, 17-15, 33 seconds, first quarter. Again, no shot clock, so Plitzowite can hold for the last second shot if she wants to. Has it close to the timeline as she has Day right in her face. Now over to Regneris on the near wing, right in front of head coach Bob Hayes, the Ponca Indians. Now to Cleveland, and it's going to be stolen away by the Ponca Indians, and quickly a foul committed by Cleveland in frustration. She picks up her first in the 8th team foul, now against the Vermillion Tanagers, and it will send Sam Ehlers to the free throw line, looking for her first points this evening. 17-15, 15.7 in this first quarter. First free throw on the bonus is off the mark, rebounded by Vermillion. So still an opportunity for the Tanagers to either tie or take the lead after one. Plitzowite has it with 4 seconds. Now 3. Kicks it over to a wide open Regneris. She'll shoot the quick 3 off the mark. And that will end the first quarter. It's a 2-point lead for the Ponca Indians over the Vermillion Tanagers of 17-5. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Tanager Basketball on ESPN 101.5 AM 1570 and online kvtk.com.
In the summer.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Back into action here at Ponca, as right now the Indians lead it over the Vermillion Tanagers 17-15. By the way, quick score update from the boys in Vermillion right now. Vermillion boys lead it 21-4 over the Irene Wakanda Eagles. I kind of expected that from the boys team, as they had a big win in their opening game against the Bonhomme Cavaliers, and they continue to pour it on so far this season against the Indians. Vermillion has it with the basketball, again moving from left to right in their all red away uniforms, as now a jump ball is going to be tied up as Plitzowite had a bounce pass over Aaliyah Herbster, hit off the shin of Herbster, and she couldn't quite pick it up before a Ponca Indian was able to get there. So Indians will have it with the possession arrow, leading it by 2. It's never been a bigger lead of 5 for the Indians, never bigger than 3 for Vermillion. Speaking of the Indians, they have it in the front court with Kingsbury on the near wing. Now going to work it around the perimeter as all starting 5 are both out there for both teams right now. Now top of the key, three-pointer off the mark for Cosgrove and falls into the waiting arms of Ludwig. Ludwig over to Plitzwhite, all the way up to Herbster. Herbster off the glass and good for 2. Leah Herbster now with 6 points in the ball game. Quickly tied back up, 17-17. A tip ball, no, it just went out of bounds on too hard of a pass in front of everybody for the Indians, and Vermillion will have it back. Again, Vermillion now a chance to take back the lead, which has been rare for them. Plitzowite has it into the front court. Now over to Lily Johnson, right in front of the Ponca bench, trying to get to Ludwig. Ball is being tapped around, and Ludwig tries to save it, but saves it right to Addie McGill. McGill tries to break free. Leah Herbster puts up her arm. Is going to block it out of bounds. Great defense by Leah Herbster to time it just right on the jumper from Addie McGill to make sure it didn't even get up past her head and to knock it out of bounds. 17-17, 6:48, second quarter. McGill will have it along the blue Ponca script baseline. Dishes it in to Evans. Evans works it back out to the far side on that wing to Cosgrove. Now bounce pass underneath at the below block. Contact is made. Ooh. Contact is made by Shandy Ludwig, and just the slightest. And it will be, no, they're going to instead call the foul, not on Shandy Ludwig, but instead on Mulherron. And Mulherron will pick up her first personal, but the 9th team foul. And it will send Evans to the free throw line, as they do say it was in with her shooting. So she'll shoot 2. First one is off the mark. Evans put up 8 of the 17 points in that first quarter. Second free throw rattles in and out as her struggles continue from the free throw line, where she's just 3 of 7 this evening. Still tied 17-17, 6:30, second quarter. Lily Johnson has it now over to Ludwig, to Leah Herbster, back to Ludwig, standing at the top of the key. Lily Johnson now to Plitzowite. Plitzowite catch, receive, 3, knocks it down. Lexi Plitzowite with now 6 points in the ball game. And it's back to a 3-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers, which ties their biggest lead of the basketball game. Now Kingsbury down to the free throw line, over to McGill, wide open. She shoots the 3, and it was foot on the line, just a 2-pointer from Addie McGill. So still remaining a 1-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers, 20-19, 5:52, second quarter. Ludwig has it on the near side. Now they're going to work it all the way to Leah Herbster at the top of the key. Doesn't want to feel comfortable there, so she's going to hand it off now to Ludwig. Ludwig drives into the lane, puts up a jumper. That one just rattles in and out, and then a foul that is going to come against Mulherron in the backcourt. And that will be foul number 10. So double bonus, 5:37, second quarter. And Mulherron picks up her second personal, as Cleveland will come into the basketball game. And Mulherron will take a spot on the bench. And to the free throw line, it will be Sam Ehlers looking for her first points of the evening. First free throw is knocked down, straight down the pipe. And we're tied 20-20. And again, double bonus the rest of the way. Now the officials come into the lane, and he's having a conversation with everybody. Conversation over with. Not quite for sure what he had to say. Free throw is up, and this one will fall as well for Sam Ehlers. And it's back to a 1-point lead for the Ponca Indians, 21-20, 5:33, second quarter. Plitzowite quickly into the front court at the elbow. Has to try to kick it back out to Lily Johnson, but it's going to be tipped and stolen away by the Indians. Evans from end to end off this side of the board, and it's going to be picked back up and rebound up with the shot, and this one's good, and heading to the free throw line as she's fouled is Sam Ehlers. Oh, a broken play by Evans, but Vermillion couldn't get a hold of the basketball. And now Ehlers tries to complete a 3-point play, and put it up to a 4-point lead. And she knocks down the free throw where she's 3 of 3. She completes it 24-20. 4-point lead for the Ponca Indians. Blitzer White passes the basketball over to Leah Herbster. Herbster tries to drive in, split a double team, and as she does, she's tripped up, and she will pick up another big important foul, just the 6th on the Ponca Indians, the first of this quarter. The foul, by the way, comes against Ehlers, which is now her 3rd personal. Back in action, Blitzer White gets the quick ball over in the corner. She shoots the 3. This one rattles in and out once again. And then a bad pass by the Indians as it slips through the hand, but Vermillion is going to give it right back. Oh, it slipped through the hands of Addie McGill, fell into the hands of Vermillion, then a back pass to nobody except for the Vermillion bench gives it right back to the Ponca Indians. And now Lawyer is going to check back in as Ehlers is going to have to come out. Again, she's already picked up 3 personal fouls. 24-20, 4:58, second quarter. It's controlled with the Indians in the front court with Cosgrove. She's got closely by Plitzowite. Finally, a half to dish it off. Now working it down underneath, trying to get it to Evans. Knocked away, and Evans has to chase after it. Back to the top with Cosgrove. She puts up there in 3. This one off the heel and picked up by Vermillion. Quickly the other way, Plitzowite. Plitzowite at the elbow. Jumper for her. This one off the mark, and then a rebounding foul from behind on Lawyers as she tried to come through the back of Cleveland. And that will be foul number 7, and will send Cleveland to the free throw line. Chandler Cleveland will be just attempting her 2nd free throw of the season. Lily Johnson's going to check out the basketball game. Casey Hansen will come back in. By the way, Lawyer picks up her 2nd personal foul. First free throw is off the mark, but Plitzowite fights for the offensive rebound, and it will stay with Vermillion. Still Plitzowite, the reverse layup, she drives in. It's going to have her hand hit as she misses the shot, but she'll head to the free throw line on the shooting foul. The foul comes against Alyssa Cosgrove. 8th team foul, and the first personal against Alyssa. And Plitzowite to the free throw line tonight. She's 1 of 1, came into the game 18 of 26. Now make it 2 of 2. Once again, she's having some big success. Plitzowite 7 points now in the basketball game. 34 points for her coming into this evening. 2nd free throw is knocked down as she hits them both. Back to a 2-point lead for Ponca. 24-22. And the front court work the Indians with Kingsbury, who had a big freshman game last year, I should say, against Vermillion. Has been quiet so far tonight. Lawyer back to the top, working it with Addie McGill. And now it's going to be a turnover by the Indians. Vermillion quickly the other way with Plitzowite. Plitzowite gets a screen from Cleveland. Still Plitzowite. Now to Herbster in the far corner. Back to the top. They work it around the perimeter, trying to get to Ludwig, and it's going to be poked out of bounds, but it will stay with Vermillion in the front court. Jensen's going to come back in. Already 2 personal fouls for her as Leah Herbster will check out of the basketball game. Herbster has had herself a good evening so far. 24-22. Hansen has it for the Tangers. She drives, lays it off the glass, and Hansen continues to be big. 7 points for her off the bench, and we're tied 24-24, 3:39 second quarter. Along the far wing, Indians back to the top with Cosgrove. Thinks about shooting the 3, decides not to. Now hands it to Evans, who's at the top of the key. Rare spot for her. Now they work around the perimeter. Again, no shot clock here in the state of Nebraska, so the Indians can take as much time setting up the offense as they want. It has been a quick moving one, though. Back to the top to a wide open McGill. Puts up her 3 off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Kingsbury might have traveled as she tries to back her way in. Nothing called. Loose ball picked up by Vermillion, and then a foul by Kingsbury trying to wrestle it away from Lexi Plitzowite. And that is now the 9th team foul, and the first one on Kingsbury. 21 points for her last year against the Vermillion Tangers as a freshman. Ashley Kingsbury. So far tonight, a big 0. 24-24, Plitzowite at the free throw line. And she puts up the free throw line, but there was a whistle blown before the free throw. Not for sure what it was for, but whatever it was, it's fixed now. So she'll redo the free throw. On the 1-and-1, knocks it down. And Plitzowite continues to be perfect this evening when the Tanagers need to be 4-4 from the free throw line. And it's back to a 1-point lead, 25-24. Second free throw, this one hits front iron, back iron, and falls through. And now head coach Bob Hayes of the Ponca Indian wants a timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. You're listening to Tanager Basketball presented by First Dakota National Bank. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
Here in action, the Vermillion girls lead it 26-24, and back in Vermillion in our split doubleheader for this evening, the Vermillion boys all over the Irene Wakanda Eagles 39-11. That one's about midway through the second quarter. Ponca Indians have it in the front court. They work it up to Kingsbury, and it looks like Shandy Ludwig gets pushed into Kingsbury, and with that hip check will draw the foul, and it will send Ashley Kingsbury to the free throw line looking for her first points of the evening as Ludwig picks up her second personal foul. Again, double bonus. So Kingsbury, no matter what, is going to shoot two. First one, front iron, and finds its way down the sock. And Kingsbury, mark it up, her first points this evening, 26-25. And now the second free throw, a chance to tie it up. Second free throw, this one's knocked down. 26-26, 2:53, second quarter. Plitzowite brings it in the front court. Plitzowite all the way into the lane. Plitzowite all the way to the glass and lays it up and good for two. Plitzowite now a total of 9 points in this second quarter, and it's back to a 2-point lead, 28-26. Again, Vermillion has never seen bigger than a 3-point lead. A pass that's going to be stolen away by Regnerus. Regnerus all alone, easily off the glass, and good for two. Livy Regnerus, her first 2 points of the evening, and it's the biggest lead for Vermillion, 30-26, 2:23, second quarter. Ponca Indians have it in the front court with Casey Day. Casey's going to drive all the way in. No, excuse me, that was Elliot McAfee, and McAfee with her first 2 points. And it's back to a 2-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers. And the front court, wide open Jensen, three-pointer. This one off the mark, rebounded by Kingsbury. Kingsbury all the way up to Evans. Evans loses it on the dribble as she looked like she was going to be easily able to lay it in for two, but not working out for her. It's still retained, though, by the Indians as they work it back to the top of the perimeter to set their offense. Setting up trying is this time McAfee down underneath to Lawyer. Missed shot from her, but her offensive rebound right back up is Evans, and she is fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line and count the bucket as the foul will come against Regnerus, her second personal. And again, count the bucket as Grayson Evans continues to have herself a big, big night. 0 of 2 in the second quarter from the free throw line. This time it hits front iron, very top of the backboard, and finds its way down the hole. So 4 of 8 from the free throw line for Evans as she completes a 3-point play, and it's back to a 1-point lead for the Ponca Indians, 31-30, 90 seconds remaining second quarter. Plitzowite has it to Hansen. Hansen with the left-handed dribble. Works it to the top of the key. Now gets to Plitzowite. Plitzowite trying to back her way into the lane. Now over to Regnerus. Back to the top to wide open Cleveland. Cleveland shoots the three. Back iron off the mark. And rebounded. Oh, a late foul is going to be called against Cleveland. She reached in, made the slightest of contact, and the official hesitated to call anything. A great kind of pump fake there as well by Ellie McAfee to really sell that she had some pretty hard contact, even though she didn't. But again, good selling. And she'll head to the free throw line, looking for her first points of the evening. First free throw is up and knocked down, and extends to a 2-point lead for the Ponca Indians, 32-30. 1:11, second quarter. Ellie McAfee, her second free throw. Knocks them down both. 3-point lead, 33-30. 1:08 remains in this first half. Plitzowite back out to Regneris, over to Cleveland, trailing by 3. Tanger's three-pointer would tie it up to Hansen. Hansen's guarded closely by a couple different Ponca Indians. Still Hansen with her left-hand dribble. Carries it to the free throw line. Now back out to Regneris. Over to Plitzowite. Plitzowite, she draws a double team. Tries to get underneath to Jensen. Jensen, her little floater up and off the mark. And Plitzowite tries to battle. Can she get the tip off of an Indian? They say it did. And it will stay with Vermillion. Plitzowite might have touched it last, but she really sold that touched off of a Ponca Indian last. And now the two officials are going to get together and discuss who did it actually touch off last. Plitzowite immediately put up her hand and said, not off me. And it looks like the officials are going to award it to Plitzowite. So Vermillion will keep the basketball with Hansen. Top of the key, her three-pointer. Off the back iron and off the mark. Rebounded as Indians try to draw a rebounding foul. Not going to work. Kingsbury up to Evans. It slips through Evans' hands, and now it's going to go out of bounds. Along the baseline, it will be Vermillion basketball. 33-30. 30.6 is all that's left in this first half. Vermillion, a chance to tie. They've never had a lead bigger than 4. Ponca, never a lead bigger than 5. It's Plitzowite in the front court with now 17 seconds. She looks up at the clock, and she's going to milk it for all it's worth. Still Plitzowite, guarded closely by Day. Tries to get a screen from Cleveland, and it's going to be an illegal screen as Plitzowite puts up the 3 just for the sake of it and makes it. But again, not going to count as Cleveland now picks up her 3rd personal foul with the illegal screen. 33-30, 10 seconds exactly. It's going to be Evans who will get it in to Cosgrove. Back to Evans, 6 seconds. Still the Indians. Now they work in the front court with McAfee. A half-court heave. This one not even close, but Lawyer there to get it underneath the hoop, right back up with it, and Lawyer lays it in for 2 at the buzzer. A half-court heave way off, almost like a pass. And it's 35-30 as the Ponca Indians match their biggest lead of the first half going into halftime, 35-30. We step aside for 3 minutes, and when we come back, the first half statistics, we'll also take a look at the boys' game. That's all on the way here on ESPN 101.5 AM 1570 and around the world, kvtk.com.
So we're buying a bigger home.
A 4-bedroom, but, with room to grow.
Your ocular cavity is malfunctioning.
Because we want kids.
Calculating offspring life insurance.
No, wait. We only have a cat.
Calculating farm insurance.
Is there somebody else who can help us?
Only a human who knows you can create a plan that's right for you. That's why for 80 years we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Debbie Profrock in Vermillion at 605-624-3011.
Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa. And we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at polardigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Polar Digital Solutions on YouTube.
Radio family is growing. Now you can listen to all of the Vermillion Tanagers broadcast on 2 stations, 101.5 FM and AM 1570. When the Tanagers are playing, tune in to either 101.5 FM or AM 1570 to catch the voice of the Tanagers, Heath Nimke, for every play. In addition, we invite you to listen to all of our ESPN programming. We thank you for listening and our radio sponsors that allow us to broadcast all of the Vermillion Tanager sports on ESPN, 101.5 FM and AM 1570.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment's Vermillion.
We ran out
and operate dozers, excavators. We also have aerial equipment.
Dave Hertz, Midwest Ready Mix.
We got telehandlers, payloaders, skid loaders, just a lot of different equipment that we rent and we sell it too. And you can rent to buy. And you end up having it for 6 months. We'll give you a buyout option on that thing.
Call Dave Hertz, Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment. Vermillion. Easy to work with and not hard to find.
Make space for tall items. Quickly and easily move the bins side to side for convenient storage options. The Flexi Slide Bin. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
Pump up your car, coolers, and tummy with Pump and Pack in Vermillion. Whether you're coming or going, we are here for you when you need us, with what you need. Grocery items, beer, snacks, fuel, wine, hot dogs, pizza by the slice, and now for real ice cream smoothies and shakes, cookie dough, strawberry banana, and even mocha latte. We are open when you need us 24 hours a day with what you need at Pump and Pack on West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
35-30 in what has been a back and forth affair in that first half. Ponca, right now at halftime, has matched their biggest lead at any point in the basketball game by 5. Vermillion, their biggest lead at any point, led it at 30-26. Yes, that's right. Ponca Indians went on a 9-0 run to end the first half to have this 5-point lead. Otherwise, like I mentioned, it has just been nothing but back and forth throughout the first half. Let's take a look at the first half statistics and the point leaders for both teams right now for the Ponca Indians. We mentioned kind of balanced scoring, but it's really been Grayson Evans underneath. 14 points for her, including 8 in that first quarter. Otherwise, like I said, it's been kind of balanced elsewhere. Sam Ehlers has picked up 3 personal fouls, but does have 5 points through 2 quarters. Addie McGill, along with Lawyer and Alyssa Cosgrove, all have 4 points of their own. McAfee has 2 points, and Ashley Kingsbury has 2 points of her own. Again, she went off for 21 points a year ago in this matchup against the Vermillion Tanagers. For Vermillion, they are led in way by the senior, Lexi Plitzowite, who has 12 points. Leah Herbster with 6 points, including the first 4 of the basketball game. Otherwise, the big player to mention right now for Vermillion has been Casey Hansen. Off the bench right now, she has really come alive, including hitting a big 3 for Vermillion. 7 points for her in the ball game. Shani Ludwig had a big 3-pointer in that first quarter for just her 3 points. And also, Olivia Ragnaris, a wide-open layup, good for 2, and that's the only 2 points she has had. Other big players that we've seen come off the bench for the Vermillion Tanagers, Cleveland and Jensen, have both been held in check and have also been in trouble when it comes to fouls so far this evening. Cleveland with 3 personals and Brooke Jensen with 2. So hopefully can see them more come off the bench and really pick up kind of that little bit of slack for the rest of the Tanagers. And also their stars. I mentioned Lily Johnson and Kenzie Mulheron, both stars for Vermillion, looking for their first points of the ball game. Vermillion also picked up 13 team fouls in that first half compared to just 9 of the Ponca Indians in the first half. All right, let's step aside again for another 2 minutes, and when we come back, we'll update you on the Vermillion boys game at home right now. I can tell you this much, the boys are up big against Class B Irene Wakanda. That's on the way here next in 2 minutes on ESPN 1015 AM 1570 and online kvtk.com.
Vermillion Medical Clinic has an ongoing mission to provide areas with quality health care and convenient access to medical professionals. Our patients at Vermillion Medical Clinic value our dedicated primary care physicians, compassionate PAs, and consistently scheduled outreach specialty care. If you have health questions, need a screening, or have medical concerns for yourself or family members, call us for an appointment or visit VermillionMedicalClinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
If you're considering a new roof, you want to put your roof in the hands of Dave's Roofing. Dave's Roofing specializes in residential roofing and has over 10 years of experience. Dave's Roofing covers any job from a 60 to 80 mile radius of Sioux City and has a 10-man crew that completes most jobs in one day. Dave's Roofing will make sure the cleanup job is done right afterwards too. And the products installed are impact rated and eligible for homeowners insurance discounts. Look up Dave's Roofing on Facebook and check out the work that's been done and customer testimonials.
Back at halftime right now as the Ponca Indians lead it over the Vermillion Tanagers 35-30. While we have a quick sec, other games going on at halftime for the Vermillion boys. Right now, big over the Irene Wakanda Eagles. That score at halftime, 44-11. So that is going to be running clock, and that one will probably get over a little bit sooner than ours. We'll try to keep you up to date on how that one finishes out as well. But it looks like Vermillion boys are going to get off to a 2-0 start and get the chance to open up their DAC-12 play next Tuesday against the Tri-Valley Mustangs, as that is our next game for both the Vermillion boys and the Vermillion girls. We'll keep you up to date on other scores from around the state of South Dakota, as I know a couple have gone just final. Last time checked, or I should say the final score, I've just seen Lennox beat Madison tonight 39-35. Also, Flandreau took down Beersford 48-42. Again, this is in girls basketball action. And I know Elk Point Jefferson got the win over Parker in girls basketball action, but do not remember that final score. But once I see it, I will bring it to you. Otherwise, boys action starting to get underway around the state of South Dakota. Also, one local game. Crofton boys right now are leading at halftime as well. As we get you set for second half action back here at Ponca High School between the Ponca Indians and the Vermillion Tanagers in girls basketball action. Vermillion will have it. They're all red uniforms moving from right to left as you see it on your radio dial and as you see it on the YouTube stream. And a quick jump shot right away to begin this third quarter is knocked down from Shandy Ludwig, and with that draws it back within a 3-point lead, or I should say a 3-point deficit for the Vermillion Tanagers. Indians have it in the front court with Kingsbury. Back to the top, three-pointer, this one off the back iron, and then a rebounding foul coming against Cosgrove. And Plitzwhite, nice job just boxing out Cosgrove to pick up that foul. So Alyssa Cosgrove picks up her second personal and the first team foul of this second half. 35-32. Vermillion has it in the front court with Lily Johnson. Over Leah Herbster in the corner. Bounce pass down to Plitzwhite. Plitzwhite puts up her shot, and this one is swatted right into the ref along the baseline. As nice block there by Sam Ehlers. just able to swat the ball away of Lexi Plitzowhite's shot. Plitzowhite will dish it deep to Ludwig, back to Plitzowhite. She drives in, now kicks back to Johnson, over to Mulherron in the corner, three-pointer from Mulherron. This one off the mark. Rebound, though, by Plitzowhite. Plitzowhite right back up, too strong, off the glass, and rebounded by the Indians. Quickly in their all-white uniforms, jumper. This one knocked down from Addie McGill, as McGill now with 6 points in the ball game, back to a 5-point lead, 37-32, 6:48 third quarter. Vermillion has it in the front court, moving around. Over to Leah Herbster. Leah Herbster sticks out her arm. Kingsbury guarding her closely and picks up the foul. Ashley can't believe it. And that will be now her second personal, the second team foul. Johnson gets it to Plitzowhite as we're back in action. Plitzowhite underneath the hoop, dishes back out to Ludwig. The high arcing three, knocks it down. Shandy Ludwig coming alive in this third quarter. 5 points for her, 7 for the ball game, and it's back to a 2-point lead for the Ponca Indians, 37-35, 6:22 third quarter. Kingsbury gets it deep underneath to Evans. Evans catches it, right back up with it, and Grayson Evans now 16 points for her in the ball game, and back to a 4-point lead, 39-35, 6:10 third quarter. Plitzowhite over to Leah Herbster in that far corner as we see it. Herbster not going to drive in, put a little teardrop floater. That one off the mark. Ehlers up to Evans. Evans is going to be poked away from behind as Plitzowhite will pick up the basketball and just run it out of bounds like a running back, and it will stay with the Ponca Indians. So Ponca has it underneath their own hoop. Ehlers dishes it to Evans. To the top now, they work with McGill. Back over to Cosgrove, who almost lost a hot pass. Now she tries to dish it in, and it's going to be stolen away by Herbster, and Ehlers tries to rip it away from Leah, and as she does so, picks up another foul, and that is now going to be her fourth personal, the third team foul, and she's going to have to come out once again, making way for Lawyer, as Lawyer will come back onto the court. 39-35, 5:45, third quarter. Again, has never been more than 5 points that have separated these two teams. Leah Herbster drives it in, and she is going to lay off the board and pick up a charge underneath. Nice job by Ponca as they saw Herbster driving. Able to draw the charge there was Evans. So Leah Herbster with now her third personal and the first team foul of this second half. 39-35, 5:27, third quarter. Kingsbury, top of the key, will now get it over to McGill. McGill trying to move around, wide open, decides not to shoot the three. She works it back to Evans at the top. Now back to McGill. She tries to split a double team, draws just the slightest of contact against Leah Herbster. And now Herbster quickly picking up her fourth personal, the second team foul. And she's going to have to come out as Jensen will come back in. Jensen already 2 personal fouls in the first half. 39-35, 5:15. They get it into Lawyer. Lawyer easily off the glass and good for 2. It's a 6-point lead, and Lawyer with 6 points in the basketball game. 41-35, 5:04, third quarter. Lily Johnson to Mulherron. Mulherron at the elbow, puts up a jumper, back iron off the mark. But loose basketball. Mulherron falls over top of it, and then a jump ball at the free throw line with the possession arrow the way of the Indians. Nice job by Mulherron to fight back for it. Unfortunate, though, possession arrow not in her favor. Ponca will have it in the backcourt. Evans still has it. Now up to Cosgrove. Yet to get it across the 10-second line. Finally does. Cosgrove with the left-handed dribble. Still Cosgrove. She's going to drive up, put her shot up, and Alyssa Cosgrove knocks it down. 6 points for her in the ball game. 8-point lead now, the biggest for either team. 43-35. Plitzowhite drives in. She's going to have her pocket picked up by the Indians. Quickly, a 2-on-2, making a 3-on-2 for the Indians. It's going to be Kingsbury who drives all the way in. Mulherron tries to take the charge. She can't. Missed shot by Kingsbury, but she'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. As Mulherron now picks up her third personal in the third team foul. And again, it will send Ashley Kingsbury to the free throw line where she has 2 this evening, both coming from the charity stripe. First free throw, nothing but nylon for Kingsbury. 3 of 3, and now a 9-point lead. 44-35. Second free throw upcoming, knocks them down both. Hits them both and makes it a double-digit lead now for the Ponca Indians, 45-35. Has a couple substitutions. Lily Johnson and Mulhern will both come out. Hansen and Cleveland will both come in. Blitzwhite in the front court, dribbles it off her shoe and has to go back and chase after it. Now gets it over to Cleveland. Vermillion still plenty of time. No need to hurry with the offense. Just need to make sure they get the right shots. Jensen has it. Now over to Hansen. Back over to Ludwig. Ludwig holds it above her head. Bounce pass underneath to Cleveland. Pumps fakes once. Now up with it. And Cleveland off the glass for her first 2 points of the evening. 45-37. Back under double digits for the lead in the Indians. 45-37 is that score. Now a reverse layup off the glass. And this one falls for Addie McGill. 4 points for her in the quarter. Back to a 10-point lead. Jensen in the front court. Pump fakes one, and she'll easily go up and good for two. Brooke Jensen and Chandler Cleveland now at their first 2 points of the ball game, both coming in this third quarter. 47-39, 3:26 third quarter. Cosgrove dishes it up to Kingsbury. Holds it like a running back. Now will hold it above her head. Guarded closely by Hansen. Back out to McGill, who thought about shooting the three. Now has it poked away by Ludwig. Loose basketball picked up by Evans in the Indians. Ponca retains it offensively. Cosgrove trying to make something against Plitzwhite. Plitzwhite is going to poke it away, but contact is made. And that will be team foul number 4. And Plitzwhite with her second personal. 47-39, 3:08 third quarter. Indians, it's going to be Kingsbury who just lobs it up to Evans. Evans catches it and goes right up with it. And she draws the contact against Jensen, her third personal, and it will send Evans right back to the free throw line. Grayson Evans this evening is 4 of 8, shooting 50% from the charity stripe. First free throw hits every part of the iron and will fall through. Evans now 17 points for her in the basketball game, making it 48-39. As Cosgrove and McGill will both come out of the basketball game for the Indians. Second free throw knocks him down both as Grayson Evans, and now 18. 49-39, 3:01 third quarter. Hansen has it in the front court. Now gets it up to Jensen. Jensen, catch, shoot, off the mark, rebound by Lawyer, and now Plitzwhite tries to wrestle it in, and some contact heavily made as Plitzwhite wanted to try to get it back. The officials, do they call a foul? They will. They'll call the foul on Lexi Plitzwhite. That one's number 3 for her, and the 6th team foul now on the Vermillion Tanagers in this quarter. Next one will give the Indians bonus. Don't want to do that. Trailing by 10. 2:45 third quarter. Indians in the front court with Day. Day will kick it over to Kingsbury. Barry to Evans. Evans down to low block. Jumper. Now 20 for her in the basketball game. Grayson Evans, 51-39, as the Ponca Indians starting to pull away. It's controlled with Hansen in the front court. Hansen trying to make some separation, and now a foul away from the basketball. As it's going to be a foul on Kingsbury as she pushed over Brooke Jensen. Ashley Kingsbury picks up her third personal, the 4th team foul. 51-39, 2:20 third quarter. Vermillion needs a big end of third and the start of the fourth quarter. Plitzwhite tries to drive, puts up her shot, and now a travel as Plitzwhite put up this shot. She fell to the ground, caught it, and then passed it right away. And the officials say it was a travel on Plitzwhite instead, so it will be Indians basketball. 51-39, 2:10 third quarter. It's in the backcourt, yet trying to get it across the timeline are the Indians. Splits a double team. Now up to Evans, but it's going to be poked away by Shandy Ludwig. Ludwig gets the loose basketball. Still Ludwig as she speeds forward into the front court. Now over to Hansen. Hansen holds it above her hand to Plitzwhite at the elbow. Now back out to Ludwig. Ludwig shoots the three. Ludwig hits again. Shandy Ludwig, another three-pointer. 8 points for her in this third quarter. 11 for the ball game. 51-42. And now a tie-up right at half court. A jump ball will be called, and it will be Vermillion basketball with 97 seconds remaining in this third quarter. By the way, 61-22 in the fourth quarter. The Vermillion boys lead it over Irene Wakanda and this split doubleheader for tonight. Ashley Kingsbury will check out as a substitution is made for the Indians. Back in action, 51-42, a 9-point deficit for the Vermillion Tanagers. It's Plitza White, and she is going to travel. Oh, just slightly the extra step by Lexi Plitza White draws the travel, and a turnover for Vermillion at an inopportune time. 85 seconds, third quarter is all that remains. The press is on a little bit more by Vermillion, trying to force Ponca into a turnover. In the front court, a quick jump shot for McGill. This one is off the mark and rebound by Plitzwhite. And now a rebounding foul that will go against the Indians. And this will go against Casey Day as she picks up her second personal. And the fifth team foul. Plitzwhite. So we'll go back in action, has it in the front court, over to Jensen along the near corner. Thought about shooting the three, decides not to. Back out to Hansen, who let it slip through her fingertips. Now back to Cleveland, all the way over to a wide open Plitzwhite. Plitzwhite, the pass took too long to get there, so she can't take it. Now tries to drive in, and a charge is going to be taken by Day as Plitzwhite draws foul number 4, including 3 in this quarter. And it looks like she's going to have to come out at the next break. Or they decide not to call it a foul. Instead, just a simple turnover on Plitzwhite. So keep her at 3 as the Indians work in the front court. Now a tie-up ball that will happen right in front of the Ponca bench. And it will stay with the Indians. 51-42. Ponca with a 9-point lead. 43 seconds, third quarter. Again, they can hold for last-second shot if they want to without any shot clock here in the state of Nebraska. Ponca works around the perimeter. They work it to Day. Day's going to have her pocket picked by Regnerus. Lily Johnson with the loose basketball. Now to Jensen. Jensen back behind to Hansen. 25 seconds, third quarter. Vermillion moves it around the perimeter. Back to the top with Hansen. Vermillion only has the one-star Lily Johnson right now on the court. Back over to Jensen. She'll shoot the 3. It was tipped a little bit and won't even hit anything. Picked up by the Indians. Quickly in the front court. Up to McGill. McGill, jumper for her. Knocks it down. Addie McGill continues her tear now with double digits of hitting 10. The half-court heave nowhere close. And at the end of 3, it's 53-42. A big 11-point lead for the Ponca Indians. You're listening to Tanager Basketball, presented by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
So we're buying a bigger home.
A 4-bedroom, but, with room to grow.
Your ocular cavity is malfunctioning.
Because we want kids.
Calculating offspring life insurance.
No, wait. We only have a cat.
Calculating farm insurance.
Is there somebody else who can help us?
Only a human who knows you can create a plan that's right for you. That's why for 80 years we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Debbie Profrock in Vermillion at 605-624-3011.
Digital Solutions started a little over 6 years ago doing Facebook Live videos for a couple ball games. And little did we know we'd have the 2020 pandemic and so many reasons for doing live streams on our new YouTube channel. We have 12 schools we cover: Mississippi, South Dakota, and Iowa. And we're always growing. If you're interested in working with FDS as camera operator or play-by-play for the many sports we cover, or if you would like to use our services to live stream your event, email us at fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com and subscribe to Fuller Digital Solutions on YouTube.
With 8 minutes remaining, both teams looking to remain undefeated on the season. And a split doubleheader for the Vermillion boys with 3:09 in that fourth quarter. It looks like it is a 62-28 lead, as the Vermillion boys are going to move to 2-0 on this season and get ready to open up DAC 12 play on Tuesday night against the Tri-Valley Mustangs. We begin the fourth and final frame with Vermillion with the basketball and Lexi Plitzwhite. Tanagers moving from right to left as you see it on the radio dial. The Ponca Indians moving from left to right. It's Lily Johnson who has it. Loose basketball, has to go chase after it and remain with Vermillion. Now over to Ludwig, who had herself a huge third quarter. Now it's going to be into the lane, and she travels as she gets tripped up a little bit, and it's going to be a turnover. As I mentioned, 8 points for Shandy Ludwig in that third quarter, 11 for her for the ball game. She came into this game with just a total of 11 points. 53-42, 7:33 fourth quarter. Into the front court go the Indians, and now Ludwig reaches in and draws the foul and then spikes the basketball to the ground as she thought she made good contact of knocking it away. Unfortunately, the official saw it differently. It is the 7th team foul, and that will mean bonus for the remainder of this game for the Ponca Indians. Again, Ludwig picks up her third personal and will send Addie McGill to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1, and I think we're going to get a lane violation on Leah Herbster. They would, of course, called it if she would have made it, but since she missed it, they're going to let McGill shoot it again. Again, this is her first official free throw attempt. It's up and knocks it down. So the second attempt gives her now 11 points in the basketball game. 54-42, a 12-point lead for Ponca. The second free throw knocks them down both. And now 12 for her. 55-42, 7:26 fourth quarter. Plitzowite is going to go end-to-end. Last second dish off to Ludwig. She'll shoot another three, and she hits it. Oh, or what are we going to get? There was a foul underneath the hoop, so count the bucket. Count the bucket, and Vermillion is able to draw a foul as well. So they will get the 3 points from Shandy Ludwig, 14 for her in the ball game, and then get it back. So great little sequence there. By the way, that foul went against Lawyer, her third personal, in the 6th team foul. Lily Johnson will get it into Plitzowite after the inbounds pass was knocked out of bounds. Plitzowite over to Lily Johnson. It's a 10-point lead for the Ponca Indians. Still Plitzowite, and now we're going to get a timeout called by head coach John Brooks, and we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Tanager Basketball on ESPN 101.5 AM 1570 and online kvtk.com. We're back in 30 seconds.
Our radio family is growing. Now you can listen to all of the Vermillion Tanagers broadcast on 2 stations, 101.5 FM and AM 1570. When the Tanagers are playing, tune in to either 101.5 FM or AM 1570 to catch the voice of the Tanagers, Keith Nimke, for every play. In addition, we invite you to listen to all of our ESPN programming. We thank you for listening and our radio sponsors that allow us to broadcast all of the Vermillion Tanager sports on ESPN 101.5 FM and AM 1570.
7:08 fourth quarter. It's a 10-point lead, 55-45 for the Ponca Indians. Now, again, I'm looking at the video stream at the Vermillion High School, and if my eyes are correct, and it's kind of hard to see the scoreboard, but looks like 64-28 is going to be the final. Nonetheless, Vermillion boys get the win and move to 2-0. But again, looks at the final score there in Vermillion. It's 64-28. Back in action here. Vermillion has it inside the lane with Mulher. She loses the basketball. Has to dish it back out to Plitzowite. Now to Lily Johnson, as Plitzowite was on the ground, had to make something happen. Vermillion still has it. Now with Ludwig. She almost has her pocket picked. Now gives it back to Plitzowite, as it's pesky defense from the Indians. Don't want Vermillion to draw this under a double-digit lead. Now a pass is going to be knocked out of bounds by Evans. Again, Vermillion has as much time as they want with no shot clock, 55-45, but they can't take forever. 6:45, fourth quarter. Johnson will get it into Plitzowite. Plitzowite splits a double team, lays it off the glass, too strong. Offensive rebound by Leah Herbster, and then Leah tries to get back her own rebound, and a rebounding foul that is going to be called. And this will be against the Ponca Indians, and the Indians can't believe it. They think Leah Herbster went over the back. And it should be bonus for the Leah Herbster, and she now realizes it's number 7. So she'll head to the free throw line to shoot bonus, as this one's starting to get chippy here late in the fourth. Leah Herbster to shoot a 1-and-1, and this one way off the mark. It didn't hit anything, and it will be Ponca basketball. So after all the chippiness, they get it right back after the missed free throw from Leah Herbster. 55-45, 8:34 fourth quarter. Great to have you along wherever you may be at. Whether it's on the road or at home watching in the comfort. It's been a great one here between Ponca and Vermillion. It's unfortunately, though, the way the Indians right now. A jump shot for Cosgrove. This one's off the mark, and a rebounding foul that will go against Leah Herbster. And Herbster will draw number 5 for her on the basketball game. She can't believe it, but she will foul out as Brooke Jensen will come in. Leah Herbster began the basketball game big, but she did not score in that second half, and she'll finish the ball game tonight with 6 points. It is foul number 8, so bonus for the Indians as Lawyer will head to the free throw line, and she'll knock down the first one. Lawyer, now with that made shot, 9 points for her in the basketball game. And a second one off the mark, and then a quick foul that will go right against Lily Johnson. So number 9, and Lily Johnson can't believe it. And again, it will send now Kingsbury to the free throw line as Lily Johnson picked up her second personal. Mulherron will come out of the basketball game. Chandler Cleveland will come in 56-45. Kingsbury, 6 points for her, including 4 of 4 from the free throw line, make it 5 of 5. 57-45, 6:14 fourth quarter. Second free throw upcoming for Kingsbury, the sophomore. And she knocks them down both, and Kingsbury continues to remain perfect from the free throw line. 6 of 6, 8 points for her in the ball game. 58-45. Plitzwhite has it in the front court. Now kicks over to Shandy Ludwig. Now back out to Lily Johnson. Bounce pass to Cleveland. Cleveland, the quick three. This one off the mark, but it's going to fall into the hands of Ludwig. Ludwig works it back to the top with the right-handed dribble. Over to Lily Johnson. Johnson to Plitzwhite along the far wing. Plitzwhite gets her way into the lane. Tries to split a double team. Still Plitzwhite. She'll lay off the glass. Count the bucket, and she's fouled. And she'll head to the free throw line. Plitzwhite with her first points of this second half, 14 for the ball game. And she'll try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play as the foul comes against Addie McGill, her second personal and the 8th team foul on Ponca. So Plitzwhite, she tries to remain perfect. She's 5 of 5, make her 6 of 6 now from the free throw line. And now a violation trying to inbound the basketball from Sam Ehlers, and it will give Vermillion right back the basketball. She again stepped across the baseline without throwing it to anybody. So Vermillion right back. It's a catch and shoot for Ludwig. This one off the mark. Offensive rebound though. Plitzwhite. Plitzwhite right back up with it. Plitzwhite off the glass and good for 2. Down to an 8-point lead. 58-50, 5:33 fourth quarter. The press is on by Vermillion, but they can't give up another foul. Otherwise, it's double bonus for the Indians. And the front court now with Addie McGill. McGill tosses it over to Cosgrove. Cosgrove guarded closely by Plitzwhite. Back to the top with Kingsbury. Kingsbury has it with her dribble. Going up against Lily Johnson. Kingsbury will drive all the way in, pushes Lily Johnson out of the way, and up for 2 is Ashley Kingsbury, and with that now gives her the double-digit mark with 10 points. Plitzwhite underneath to Cleveland. Cleveland tries to get the reverse layup. That one's off the mark, and then a battle for the rebound underneath the hoop will go with a foul against the Ponca Indians, and will send Plitzwhite to the free throw line for number 9 of team fouls on the Ponca Indians, and the 4th one against Lawyer. On the 1-and-1 bonus, Plitzwhite hits another one. 7 of 7 from the free throw line. As she's coming up big now in this final frame. Plitzwhite, and will miss this one. Her first missed free throw, 7 of 8 for her in the ball game. It's a 9-point lead, 60-51. McGill in the front court now for the Indians. Again, no shot clock, so Indians can hold for as long as they want with 4:40 in the fourth quarter, trying to nurse a 9-point lead. It's controlled with McGill, and you can already tell they're starting to slow it down a little bit. Now try to get to Kingsbury. Kingsbury is going to be fouled on the pass by Lily Johnson, as Johnson has had no answer these past couple of possessions against Kingsbury, and will commit foul number 10 for the team in the Vermillion Tanagers, and will be double bonus, 2 free throws the rest of the way. Hansen Regnerus will come in just a sec after the first free throw. Johnson and Ludwig will come out. But again, we wait the first free throw from Kingsbury. First one is off the mark as she misses her first one. Now mark her 6 of 7 for the ball game. Second free throw upcoming as we now get the substitutions for both teams. 60-51. Second free throw is knocked down. 7 of 8 for Ashley Kingsbury, and back to a double-digit lead. 61-51. Plitzwhite into the front court. Now dishes it over to Hansen. Hansen pump fakes the three and trying to make something happen. Now out to Plitzwhite. She'll shoot the three. This one off the mark and rebounded by Ehlers, and quickly up go the Indians. Now to McGill. Over to Cosgrove. Catch and shoot. This one off the mark, and it's going to be almost rebounded by Evans, but it's going to be ripped away Cleveland, and here comes the Tanagers. Now to Plitzwhite. Plitzwhite to the elbow. Still Plitzwhite bounces it off of a foot and loses it. Quickly McGill the other way. McGill tries to lay off the glass, gets it to fall, and Hansen picks up the foul, and McGill will head to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play as Casey Hansen can't believe it. And Addie McGill, with that made shot, has now scored in every single quarter. Mark it 12 points for her in the ball game. Trying to make it 13. Free throw is off the mark. Rebounded by the Tanagers. 61-53. Vermillion needs to hit shots, and they need some threes. Hansen, the three ball, knocks it down. Casey Hansen, 10 points for her off the bench. And it's going to be a quick timeout by head coach John Brooks. We'll take the Culligan water break with them. You're listening to Tanager Basketball on ESPN. We're back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment Vermillion.
We rent out and operate dozers, excavators. We also have aerial equipment.
Dave Hertz, Midwest Ready Mix.
We got telehandlers, payloaders, skid loaders, just a lot of different equipment that we rent and we sell it too. And you can rent to buy. And you end up having it for 6 months. We'll give you a buyout option on that thing.
Call Dave Hertz, Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment. Vermillion. Easy to work with and not hard to find.
.349 fourth quarter. It's a 63-54 point lead. I should say a 9-point lead for the Ponca Indians over the Vermillion Tanagers. But a big three by Hansen to give her double digits for the evening off the bench. Draws it underneath the double digits. As we're back in action, Ponca will have it in the backcourt with McGill. McGill will bring it into the front court now, with a right to left-handed dribble behind the back. Now over to Kingsbury, trying to get down low to Evans. Evans has to save it from going out of bounds. Loose basketball, going to be picked up by Jensen. Jensen over to Hansen. Hansen moves it in the front court. Hansen thought about shooting the quick three, decided not to, and gives up to Plitzwhite. Back out to a wide-open Cleveland. Cleveland squares up. She shoots a three. This one rims in and out. Plitzwhite trying to come up with the rebound. Plitzwhite still underneath the hoop. Back out to Hansen. To Regnerus, wide open. She shoots a three. Bang! It's a hit by Levy Regnerus. A big three. It's back-to-back threes for the Vermillion Tanagers. 63-57. 3:01 fourth quarter. Now down to a 6-point lead as Ponca can't just nurse it. They need some points. Kingsbury has it. Now over to McGill. McGill with the right-handed dribble. Top of the key. Back to Kingsbury. She tries to work it down to Ehlers. Ehlers catches it and lays it off the glass. And good for two. 7 points for her in the ballgame. 65-57, 2:30, fourth quarter. Plitzwhite tries to work it back out. Jensen, quick shoot. This one front iron, and it's off the mark. And then a rebounding foul against two. Was it on Hansen? Yes, it was. Casey Hansen picks up another foul against the Tanagers. The 11th foul Vermillion has committed. It is double bonus for the Ponca Indians. And unfortunately, it's going to send Kingsbury to the free throw line. Kingsbury has been near perfect this evening, where she is 7 of 8. But now make it 7 of 9 as she misses this one. 65-57, 2:27, fourth quarter. Kingsbury puts it up above her head, now puts up the shot, knocks it down. 66-57, back to an 8-point lead. Plitzowite into the front court, the left-handed dribble. Still Plitzowite at the elbow. Back out now to Hansen along the near wing. To the top, they work it with Jensen. Jensen, pesky defense by Kingsbury. Still Jensen, down to the low block with her dribble. Now picks up back to the top with Hansen. Her foot was inside, and this one's going to be shot off the mark anyways. And then a rebounding foul that will go against Levi Regneris, which is now her third personal. And again, double bonus will send Ponca back to the free throw line to try to ice this one and get a big win. 66-57. First free throw is up and knocks it down. Addie McGill, what a wonderful night she has had. 15 points for her in the ball game. And Ponca, right now, if things continue the way they go, McGill makes it, 11-point lead. Will move to 6-0 on the season to finish off my thought there. Plitzowite into the front court. They need some quick shots, the Tanagers do. Jensen tries to get a bounce pass. It's going to go to nobody but Cosgrove. Cosgrove quickly the other way off the glass, and that one will put the nail in the coffin for the Ponca Indians as they now make it 70-57. As it looks like it's going to hand Vermillion their first loss of the season. Hansen down to the low block, off the glass, this one off the mark. Rebound, though, by Plitzowite. She tries to go right back up with it, and she's going to travel, trying to get that contact, and it's going to be unsuccessful. And now it looks like Plitzowite is going to have to come out of the basketball game as Ludwig and Mulherron both check in. And Chandler Cleveland will be the other one to check out. And now it's going to be a timeout called by head coach Bob Hayes. We're going to keep it right here. 1:35 in the fourth quarter. It's a 70-57 lead. If you're just tuning in, it was a back-and-forth affair throughout that first half. Ponca never had more than a 5-point lead, including to end the first half on a 9-0 run to give them a 35-30 lead. But they came out, hit some big shots early in that third quarter, were able to extend it to double digits, and Vermillion, with those couple big threes in the last couple of minutes, drawing it within 6, has been the closest it has been for Vermillion ever since then. But again, Ponca just dominating second half has given them this such a big lead, and it looks like with 95 seconds remaining in the ball game, a win and move them to 6-0 on the season. Yes, 6-0. Ponca just has been in the state of Nebraska, starts their season a couple weeks sooner than the state of South Dakota. Vermillion, of course, things probably won't go their way here at the end, will now drop to 2-1 on the season and get ready for their next game coming up on Tuesday night in doubleheader action in Tri-Valley. Ponca has it in the front court, and again with no shot clock, can hold for the rest of the basketball game if they want to. Cosgrove, a far three on the wing, this one off the mark, rebounded by Regneris. Regneris gets it to Hansen. Hansen across the timeline. Still Hansen, over to Regneris. She squares up, shoots the three. This one off the mark, trying to get it underneath the hoop. It's going to be a jump ball between Evans and Jensen. Possession arrow the way of the Indians with 1:06 in this fourth quarter. Again, 70-57, but definitely can't hang your head if you're Vermillion. This is the kind of competition that the Tanagers are going to see here early in the season and later in the season against Dakota Valley and the T-Area Lady Titans. Kingsbury drives in, puts up the shot. She is going to be fouled and will head to the free throw line. Without looking at the two teams, though, that I just mentioned, Dakota Valley and T-Area, I don't know if Vermillion will ever face kind of a size difference like they have seen tonight. So many girls at 6 foot or above for the Indians. First free throw for Kingsbury. Knocks this one down. 9 of 11 for her at the free throw line this evening. Stick around. We're going to have our conversation with head coach John Brooks and our final game statistics and a look at scores from around the state of South Dakota. That will come up exclusively on ESPN 1015 AM 1570. You can always listen live at kvtk.com as Suki Ford, our videographer for tonight, will say goodnight. 72-57. Vermillion quickly into front court with Regneris. Now down to Jensen. Jensen trying to make her way along the baseline, and contact is made, and it will send Jensen to the free throw line. She'll shoot a pair, as that is finally team foul number 10. So Jensen will leave the first free throw short. Been a very quiet night for Brooke Jensen. Just 2 points for her in the ball game. Been tough sledding as she picked up a quick 2 fouls in that first quarter. Second free throw, knocks down, give her 3 for the ball game. 72-58. The Indians in the backcourt. It's controlled with McAfee. She now gets in the front court. Ludwig tries to poke it away. No success there. Now to Day. Back to the top. The Indians work it. Now over the wing to Day. Trying to work it underneath to Lawyer, and this one's going to be knocked out of bounds by Mulher, it will stay with the Ponca Indians with 19.4 fourth quarter. Again, Indians going to move to 6-0 on their season, whereas Vermillion will fall to 2-1. Now at the top of the key, controlled with Day, as the Indians, again, no shot clock, can just hold out for the win as they continue to move it around. Now with 7 seconds. Trying to drive in, draw some contact. There was contact. Officials aren't going to call anything with the final few seconds. Jumper, that one's off the mark. The buzzer goes, and it's a win, 72-58 for the Ponca Indians, moving to 6-0 on their season. Vermillion falls to 2-1. All right, again, we say goodnight to Suki Ford, our videographer, and everyone out there on our YouTube stream. But stick around, coming up exclusively on ESPN 1015